Hey y'all, I am Sandra Mizell Cheney, expert nonprofit and grant strategist, coach, speaker, and best-selling author. How about that? Author. Tongue tie, say that twice. Anyway, I wanted to just do a quick video just to talk about the importance of a powerful story to attract donors. I don't really real I don't think many nonprofits, especially those of you who are just beginning in the nonprofit world, understand how important your story really is to a funder, to a grant reviewer like me, because I review grants for the federal government. I've been doing it for over 20 years now, and I've seen it all. I've seen the good, the in between, and not so good. And so I just wanted to just jump on real quick just to share a little bit about why your story is important. It is so important because your story connects everything. It connects your mission statement. It connects your why. It connects your programs and services. It relates to your target population. It helps the donor like me and other people, and also those who will be reviewing your information. It helps them understand why, first of all, they should give to your organization. Secondly, why you should get the money if you are writing for a grant. So really quick, there is a theme. You should always have a theme. What is the theme of your story? What is, if you're running some kind of fundraising campaign, there's always a theme. Always pick one project, because you can't run a campaign for everything. There's a big pie, right? And that pie, you may cut it in fourths or you may cut it in eighths, depending. But each of those fourths or each of those eighths represent something. So pick the fourth or pick the eighth and write a theme around that campaign. In other words, you may have more than one program. Your program may be working with teen mothers or the victims of domestic violence or homelessness. You may have several programs. Well, pick one program that your donors can relate to, right? So focus on that program and create a theme around that program. Have a strong beginning. Pick a constituent. Maybe it's your story. Maybe it's a story of someone who you've helped, and introduce this to your donors. Introduce them to your donors. So start out strong with introducing, this character, who they are. Give a little bit about their life, what they've been through, that kind of thing. Then you go through the tension point. What was it that caused them to be homeless? Because that's the tension point, because the donor needs to relate to the core of their heart. They need to understand why they should give you money, right? So there should be something around what happened. How did they become homeless? Or how did they end up in an abusive relationship? Or as a result of this abusive relationship, this is the end result. This is what happened. They became homeless, or they ended up dying. Because let's just face facts. People who are in domestic violence situations, sometimes the end result is they lose their life, right? But the donor needs to know that. So you got to give them some tension. You got to be able to allow them to relate. Even as a grant review, when I'm reviewing grants, I have to relate to your story. I have to relate to your mission statement. Your story is tied to everything. The crux of the tension in your story goes back to your mission, because that is why you are doing what you are doing. So get clear about your story, and don't give a long, drawn-out story. Don't go 9 a.m. this happened, and I'm being facetious, but seriously, we don't need point by point by point. Need concise, short, and to the point, but very compelling. Has to be compelling. And then end with a strong ending. Something strong, the benefit, what happened, how your program, how your nonprofit, how your service can benefit this constituent, or how it did benefit this constituent, or how it has impact or will impact. In strong. That's just really high level points in terms of how to craft a story. There are more details in between, but if you're going to go after money, if you're going to write a grant, if you're going to do a fundraiser, your story has to be compelling. It just has to be compelling. It just has to be. Okay? If you want to really talk to me more about that, I can offer you a consultation, a free consultation for 30 minutes, and you can schedule time with me at meetwithsandra.as.me. That's meet with Sandra, SANDRA.as.me. I'll be happy to at least, sit down with you via phone, Zoom, and we can have a conversation about what that looks like. But your story is the most important tool in your arsenal bag. It's the most powerful thing that you have. So get clear and get clarity around that, because it also helps drive your mission statement. It helps you connect with the right board members and the right staff and the right donor and the right grant solicitation. It is very important. Okay? All right, guys. Again, if you want to connect with me, it is https colon, that / twice, meet with Sandra, SANDRA .as.me. All right, guys. Have a great day or evening. Peace.